Hello, friends. My name is Rachel, and I teach online now. I've been in China for about 11 years, and I teach preschool mostly, ESL. And for the last 5 months, though, we've been on lockdown in Beijing, and I have been teaching my classes through this screen. Um, and I've posted a few videos about my classes, and I've got some questions. So I thought I would give you some hints and tips about things that I do to keep focus with the students. One of the major things that I do is I have a Wacom tablet. This is a one by Wacom. And basically what it is it's just a surface that I can then use this pen that comes with it to use as a mouse. It has two buttons, and one of them is a right click and one is undo. And then I can use it to draw. So for example, I just pull into the whiteboard feature and I can draw. And I'm not a very good drawer, but I can write vowels. And the students can talk about them, and I can draw attention to things, and all of that very smoothly and cleanly. If I use the trackpad, yikes, trying to draw an O. I is, I guess, okay, but even so, oh my word, that was supposed to be an A. Anyway, really, the one by Wacom lets me do a lot of things, and mostly it's annotate. And I find that to be essential for teaching young learners. My students are between 4 and 6. I think I do have one 7-year-old now. And they need to know where to look. There's so much going on the screen. So let me show you a little bit of my setup that helps my screen be the one they're going to look at, because I often have classes with multiple students. So the first thing is I try to look good. I try to have lipstick on so they look at my lips, and eyes that are engaging. So I have makeup. I don't love it. It means my face breaks out like crazy. I get mask and makeup breakout all the time because I'm just constantly doing either of those two things. But yes, look my best. I also try to sit about this distance from the camera, because the further back I get, the darker I get, and also the less engaging I become. I'm not the most exciting thing in the room. Also, don't cut off your face. I mean, obviously. The other thing is lighting. So I have this super cheap little ring light that's sitting here, giving this side of my face some light, because I'm not able to face a window in my setup. So if I turn this off, you can see I'm, again, not a very engaging face. So I will get lost in all the things that are happening around them. I'm in competition with things I never thought I would be, like little sisters crying in the background, or a TV that might be on in the same room as their lessons. I've got to be engaging. I've got to be where they're looking. I smile a lot, and I look at the camera, and I look animated, and that's what I can do. I try to make my background, this is a tiny bit messy, but I want it to look like I'm in a room. I don't want a full white background. It's actually not. It kind of makes you look lonely and lost and not as engaging. So I like plants or different things that kind of pull the room in. You're coming into my space, I'm coming into yours. Yes, so that's my physical setup. I also try to have as many ways in which to engage them in a physical manner possible. So that means finger play games, or if they don't have headphones in, they can stand up and sit down. However, be warned, that will make them, you have to grab their attention for a different reason when they're sitting down. So I play lots of hand games like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hello again. We're done. I might do it twice. We might do it fast. We might do it slow. Might do it loud. Might do it soft. Any way that they can try and connect. I also play this silly game where we rub our hands and we wait till everybody's rubbing. Oh, good job. I can see you're rubbing. I can see you're rubbing. Hopefully the kids who aren't rubbing will start rubbing their hands. And then we take our hands. Can you touch your head? Hot. Oh, let's rub again. Rub, 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 rub. Touch your ears. Hot. Literally stupidest game. Very engaging. Other things that I like to have physical like flashcards for the students, if possible, especially with the tiny ones. Having, if they're crazy, I can say, okay, get your flashcards out. Show me sheet. Okay, good job. This can be a two-edged sword because it can be very distracting getting them ready for that. But sometimes when the little 4-year-olds especially are just kind of getting not there, I can get something physical for them to touch and find, oh, something around me. Ah, now I'm back. That can be really helpful for them. This is weird. It's strange. I'm not able to use any of my normal feedback and instinct for anything. So really, you just have to go with your gut. Sometimes they are not focused because they literally can't see you. So I say things like, if you can see me, touch your nose. Okay, then they all touch their nose. If you can hear me, touch your forehead or touch your chin. And I don't do it, so then they have to have listened to it. It can be a little trial and error-y, but this does help. So really quick, I'll run through the Wacom really fast. I do have a video on how to set this up and what kind it is. It's around $50. I'll try to link also the ring light in the description. So the Wacom lets me do the annotation. So annotation is key for lessons. So I can like draw attention to where they're supposed to be reading. Who's this, you know? And then also I can, if they're having trouble with the word like thin, I can draw out just the digraphs for them. Oh, that's really bad. I don't claim to be a good artist or even writer when it comes to this, but it is better than most things. And I can draw pictures to help them understand what the story is and where the story is going. I also grab photos off of the internet. Let me find the one I just selected. This is smoke. I have a whole bunch of digraph words, and they're all I have smile, smell, smoke, smash, and I can find those on free websites to pull down and put in a PDF. I do not recommend using a PowerPoint presentation for young learners. If you have a PowerPoint, that's great. If you're able to use it, that's wonderful. I just hate using it where there's just so much happening on the screen for them. And if you do the presentation view, it's difficult to annotate without accidentally skipping forward. So I find that just frustrating. Take your PowerPoint presentation, make a PDF file of it, and then use that. Then you can annotate to your heart's content. Another fun thing you can do is take a photo of your students while on Zoom. And then you can draw attention to them. Who has the heart? Ah, she has it. Good job. And she can say, I have it. And they think it's funny because I've captured them. Who has their eyes closed? Oh, look at Iris. She has her eyes closed. She's also wearing glasses. Who's smiling? Really, nobody's smiling. So yeah, really, when I love to use the photo option because they are just like, even though they're seeing themselves in the picture, they're just so shocked that you've captured a moment and that they are in it. And you could draw faces on them, and it's very, very silly. If you can, try to get an interview before the classes go. You can get an idea of their level, but also you can get an idea of how they interact with you through a screen. Really, we're all just trying to do our best. And like I said, all the instincts that I have from 10 years of teaching, it just seems to go out the window and I can't use any of them. And I've been so frustrated trying to get a normal class, and it isn't normal. This is weird and strange. And so now we're all becoming these online YouTubey teachers, and we're just going to do our best. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. I'll try to get to comments if I can, and I hope you have a good time teaching. Thanks. Bye bye, friends.